Michael Vaughn Live is brought to you by CIBC Wood Gundy. We invest for your tomorrow by knowing you today. CIBC Wood Gundy. Expertise that's one-to-one.
Wednesday night at issue, and tonight we're taking on a big one. Basle II, the gnomes of Switzerland are reworking the banking regs, basically for the entire planet. It has some major implications for, well, banks everywhere, including Canadian banks, including the stock of Canadian banks. Two experts here to fill us in. We'll get
huge change. Change generally creates opportunities. Who are going to be the winners in these things? I guess if you're a software company, I mean SAS, database merchants. But if we look back to the first Basel Capital Accord, there was a lot of financial restructuring activity that came out of that, as banks sought to reallocate their capital in more efficient ways, consistent with the new rules. And it's our opinion that we have no reason not to expect the same type of behavior this time around. And in fact, what we've done over the last year at Recovery Partners is we've put together a platform to catch some of the transactions activity, call it a net, to catch some of the transactions activity we expect to emerge once this Basel compliance process gains steam. Like what? They're unloading their bad loans?
Well, what we would prefer to term off-strategy assets. These could be any type of asset that they feel they need to allocate away from for capital management reasons of earning stability, what have you. But there'll be a new set of incentives that banks will be operating under, and that necessarily means that they'll be undertaking financial markets activity to reposition or rebalance their portfolios consistent with the new rules. And given the size of most of these banks, this is a process that would likely take years and will involve many, many billions of dollars of rebalancing transactions. So there are definitely opportunities out there. We think that we've identified a number of them, and we've built a team to take advantage of this situation as it unfolds.
Okay, well,
I prefer to think it more in statistical terms. If you superimpose the current configuration of bank assets and liabilities on the new capital rules, what you end up with is greater earnings volatility at most banks. That means lower enterprise value. So banks that understand this will want to reallocate their capital to lower volatility lines of business. And from one bank to the next, that could mean different things as this process unfolds.
So you want to be in the middle of these transactions?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Absolutely.
How much rebalancing? You've made an estimate, obviously. I mean,
well, we've got some big numbers, but Chris, why don't you go
to look at something like this, again, as Alex says, it varies from institution to institution. Some may just need some sanding and finishing. Some may need some fundamental woodwork. But if you can pick a number based on a percent of total assets, and regardless of what that number is, I mean, if it's less than 1%, we're into the billions.